All right.
Good afternoon, folks. My name is Roger Charlot. I will be filling in this afternoon for Patrick Kelly. And I would like to introduce fellow board members Ian Maxwell,
Thank you.
Teresa Palin.
Hi.
And Bob McNeil is going to be excused this afternoon. He had something come up, so he's unable to attend. I'd also like to welcome the Nnyppab staff, Rich Smith, Business Project Development Director for Nnyppab, Tricia Wilson, Nnyppab's Economic Development Manager for serving the North Country, and Karen DeLiance, Vice President and Corporate Secretary for Nnyppab's White Plains office. This meeting was published in accordance with the open meetings law, and I guess I would entertain a motion to adopt the proposed agenda if everyone has seen a copy of that.
I'll make that motion.
Motion's made by Terry, second by Ian. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Carried. We have polled prior to the meeting to determine whether there were any existing conflicts of interest. There were no perceived conflicts. Does anyone have anything they want to add to that? Are we still in the belief that everything's okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Next item on the agenda is the adoption of the August 9th, 2018 meeting minutes. They were provided in an email, I believe.
Yep, in advance.
And hopefully you've had a chance to review them. I wonder if anyone has any amendments or anything they would like to add.
No.
No.
If not, I would entertain a motion to adopt those minutes.
Motion.
Motion made by Ian.
I'll second.
Second by Terry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Thank you. At this time, I'll invite Rich Smith to give us the fund update.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen of the board, you have in your fund packets the fund update report for August of 2018. I'd like to review that with you now. Total deposits to the fund to date is $3,625,000. Total interest earned on deposits to date, $36,547, making total funds deposited equal to $3,661,547. As to expenditures, there have been disbursements to grantees totaling $140,000, making the current fund balance $3,521,547. As to awards, there has been $1,300,000 awarded as standard projects. No energy-related projects have been awarded funding. Total fund benefits available to be awarded by the Northern New York Power Proceeds Allocation Board stands at $2,361,547. As to energy-related projects, a minimum of 15% of the fund is dedicated to energy-related projects. This amounts to $543,750. Today's recommendations total $279,905. They are both standard projects. As to the power that supports this program, that stands at 20 megawatts of unallocated St. Lawrence County economic development power. There is additional detail on the back page of that fund report. I'd be happy to answer any questions if you have them.
Does anyone have any questions for Rich?
No.
No.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, sir.
Moving along, item 4, the award fund benefits for round 5. Tricia Wilson, if you would give us a briefing on that, please.
Certainly. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In this 5th round of allocations for the board to consider, staff is recommending an award of $59,600 from the Northern New York Economic Development Fund to Queen Air Technologies, Inc. to help the company expand their facility in Lisbon to manufacture a new product that uses ozone injected into tap water to clean surfaces and fabrics without the use of chemicals. Queen Air currently produces ozone-based cleaning machines that they sell to wholesalers, commercial concerns, and governments throughout the U.S. and around the world. The company plans to expand its current facility by approximately 2,800 square feet to accommodate the additional production capacity and warehousing space. The total project cost is $298,000, which includes the cost for the expansion, completing related R&D and IP processes, purchasing tooling, and providing training to its assembly and customer service staff for the new product line. With the new product, the company plans to add 6 new full-time employees to the 10 that they currently have. Aspects of this project that present a strong case to support a recommendation of fund benefits include helping a local manufacturing firm grow by facilitating the addition of a new portable product line that can be sold domestically and globally. Export activities are widely valued for their ability to drive economic growth. The applicant intends to create spin-off value by using local contractors and building materials for the expansion. The company sources production from such local vendors as machine shops. They will be creating 6 new full-time positions over the next 3 years. And the project aligns with the priorities of the North Country Regional Economic Development Council to build up manufacturing and support export activities, leveraging our gateways to Canada. So I turn it back over to you, Mr. Chairman, for any questions.
None.
I would invite the board. Oh.
I have no questions.
So if we have no questions, I would entertain a motion to adopt the staff recommendation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Okay. In the second of 2 allocations staff is presenting to the board for consideration is an award of $220,305 to the St. Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce to support the establishment of a tourism events division focused on leveraging existing events and creating new world-class year-round recreational opportunities that maximize the area's natural assets in a more strategic, sustainable, coordinated way to increase tourism activity and encourage tourism-related business development. The St. Lawrence County Chamber has proposed a 3-year ramp-up to establish the division with total project costs of approximately $1.1 million over that 3-year period. The proceeds award funds would be paid out in increments of about $73,000 annually during those initial 3 years, during which time sources of future sustainable funding would be secured. A tourism events division will allow for the establishment of a formal strategy to increase the number of tourists, the length of stay, and the amount those visitors spend, thereby multiplying economic impact that is quantifiable and attracts tourism-related business development such as lodging, restaurants, attractions, and so on. Aspects of the project that present a strong case to support a recommendation for a fund benefits award includes that it addresses 2 recommendations from the 2015 St. Lawrence County Economic Development Blueprint to grow the county's economy, one of which is to build upon St. Lawrence County's natural assets, and the second to increase coordination with the county, within the county, that will enable us to improve our main streets and attract visitors. It establishes a formal strategy to increase the number of tourists and the length of stay that will attract tourism-related capital investment. It ensures current and future events are coordinated and aligned with the annual Destination Marketing Plan approved by the North Country Regional Council and Empire State Development I Love New York program. It promotes program sustainability through local and occupancy tax increases resulting from increased tourism activities. Tourism is considered an export because it brings outside dollars into the county, valued as an economic growth driver. And it aligns with the priorities of the North Country Regional Council to grow our economy through tourism and to leverage our gateway to Canada. I turn it back to you.
Thank you, Tricia. Does anyone have any questions for Tricia on this project?
Is there a plan beyond the expenditure of these funds for sustaining the program?
One of the responsibilities of one of the uses of the funds will be to hire a coordinator. Mm-hmm. And one of the tasks of that coordinator is to identify additional sustainable funding sources. Part of what they also are looking at is as they bring more tourists and can quantify what the impacts of having those tourists are for the area, which now is being done on a more ad hoc manner than the chamber is suggesting they would do, then that should increase the allocation and the amount of bed tax that is received into the county. So that would be the...
Indirectly through that manner?
Correct.
Okay.
But there's another piece as well that, if I have it right, each year the Chamber of Commerce has negotiated a higher percentage of that occupancy tax. So they're getting a higher percentage, but hopefully they're growing it too.
The amount is increasing and the percentage of the amount is
Right.
increasing as well.
Okay, good, thank you.
You bet.
Sure.
Is there any reason to believe that in the 3-year period, I mean, we're making these 3 payments, but is it possible that in the second or the third year, they may not get other sources? And what would our role then be? I mean, how would we have to go back and revisit this decision? Would we continue to fund? I mean, I guess I'm just curious to know if there would be a chance that they wouldn't be able to receive any money from us
If that
for
would
their
hurt
efforts,
the
even though
project.
they're moving forward, they may not get other sources of
Right. That was a concern of ours as well. So, a way to sort of mitigate that risk is when we if it gets approved by the trustees and we go to an agreement, we would draft the terms and conditions such that they would have to verify funding for the second year and the third year before we would release, 1/3 each of our award.
And by verifying the funding, do you mean what we give them and not what other sources?
I mean other sources.
Other sources
So
too,
they would
okay.
have to provide a letter or something from, say I Love New York or the Chamber of Commerce that indeed they're going to get their portion of the occupancy tax.
Similar to what they did when they submitted their application, they provided what the county had committed to for the coming year. They provided what they get for funding from I Love New York and the other match pieces that are so important to the project. So I would envision the same thing would be happening then too.
Yeah, I think.
They're not going to want the money if they can't continue the project.
Okay, yeah. I guess my only concern is that because of the way county budgets can sometimes have shortfalls, that they may find this an area to not fund what was previously agreed to, just to save tax dollars. And it would be unfortunate if this project wasn't allowed to continue for the full 3 years, because I think it's of great benefit to the county.
If there were circumstances that were sort of extenuating or
Yeah.
beyond our control, where say the applicant came and said, look, our county funding got cut short, but we were able to find a substitute,
Okay,
or we need 6 months to resolve it, whatever it is, we could amend the agreement, we could
Sure.
extend it, we could
Okay.
try to work with them to, take all measures possible to make sure that that's not the reason why this thing gets
okay,
shelved.
that's great. Thank you.
It's good to know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's a very worthwhile investment. I really do. I think that, tourism is something we've tried very hard to bring to the North Country, and I think we've had some success, but I think it's efforts like this one, and projects like this one, that will, give them a little more credibility and be able to see some of the things that they previously couldn't do.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a great project.
Brooke gave a great presentation this morning at the advisory board. She's rolling out some really cool tools on I think it's on their chamber website,
Yeah,
where you can look for trails in different parts of the county. You can kind of focus in and know what's around there in terms of restaurants. And I was really impressed.
A lot of
with what she
pieces
did.
are coming together at the right time. And this is just another opportunity to leverage those pieces and create a more strategic path
And Brooke
forward.
is new to the chamber, is she?
She's been there, I think, 4 years, the past
Okay.
4 years, 3 or 4 years, yeah,
As chair?
as executive director.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? I guess I've lost track
came
of
right
time.
after Pat McGowan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but I thought
4 years
that-
have gone by fast.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's great.
Yeah, good feedback.
Thank you. So I would, any other questions? Then I would entertain a motion to adopt the staff's recommendation.
I'll motion that.
Motion made by Ian,
I'll second.
seconded by Terry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Carried.
Good.
The next item on the agenda is the adoption of the 2019 meeting schedule. The meeting schedule has been proposed. I would ask if there are any amendments or questions.
No.
the 4 o'clock start time, that was one of the things that members, when we did our individual meetings, suggested a little bit later in the afternoon so that folks didn't have to take a half day off. For the travel out here would be beneficial, so we proposed moving it to 4.
No, that's
Good?
good for me.
Okay, so I would entertain a motion to adopt that.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Ping pong.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Thank you very much. Are there any, under other business, are there any other issues that we need to bring before the board?
I don't believe so.
Okay. If not, our next meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, February 13th. And if we have nothing else for the board, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion made by Terry, seconded by Ian. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.